Hi everyone, it's Andrew, and I know I said about a month ago when I started doing this that I would do a vlog every once or twice a week, and I haven't done it because I've been trying to figure out the lighting and I needed a new camera, and I finally figured out both problems, so now I'm trying to do this more regularly. I know I made a video last night, but I decided to make another one today because kind of a sad, momentous day in my life. Year ago today, one of the closest friends that I made at Sac State passed away, and I know that some of you know this story already. Some of you sort of know what happened, and some of you are just finding this out for the first time, and that's okay. And to all of my friends, I'm not putting our friendship down or anything. I made lots of great friends at Sac State that I really appreciate, and everyone at the Hornet is some of my dearest, closest friends, but me and my friend, we just had a real instant bond with each other, even though we only knew each other for about 19 months, nearly to the day. We just had an awesome connection with each other, and it might have been because of some of the medical problems that we both had. We just had a long medical history, and that might have been how we connected. I'm not sure, but anyways, I just wanted to share my thoughts on grieving and moving on, and hopefully this will help. But a year ago today was definitely one of the worst days of my life, and the last 365 days have been beyond difficult, and it's just been really intense. But I'm here today, and I'm totally grateful to say that, and blessed to have so many people help me get through this really tough time, and it's just good to be happy again. But one of the first things that you have to understand about grieving is that you have to let your emotions out, because if you don't, it's just gonna eat you alive. Like, it's okay to be mad, it's okay to feel sad, it's okay to be depressed and angry at the world, because those are typical human emotions when someone is taken from you unexpectedly or at a young age, or just, it could be your really old grandparent or something. That's a good feeling of hurt and sadness, because that just means that your relationship was meaningful. That feeling of a dagger in your heart where you can't breathe and it feels like you're drowning. unfortunately, you're supposed to feel that because it's just part of the grieving process. And I definitely went through the 5 stages of grieving. The first couple of months, I just wanted to ignore it and act like everything was okay, when in reality it wasn't at all. And it got to the point where I eventually had to see a grief counselor because the pain was just unbearable. So I did that for about 4 or 5 months, and I definitely went through a lot of depression at the time, and just wondering why this had to happen, wishing it didn't happen, and just feeling like, what's the point of living on if all you're gonna do is die? But you can't live like that. That's just not a good way to go through life. And I definitely went through pleading and trying to trade myself in for God, just wondering why this had to happen to her. Or like, why couldn't it have been me when I've had 27 surgeries and I've survived them all? And she had this one procedure and couldn't make it through. But you just, again, can't think that way, because it's just gonna eat you alive. And I'm not sure if I will ever have full acceptance of what happened, but I think I'm accepting it as much as I can. This isn't something that you're supposed to get over. It's not something that, like, you just live through. It becomes a part of you. My friend is now a part of me, even though they aren't here physically anymore. They are here spiritually and in my heart and things of that nature. And no, I won't see them ever again physically, but they do live in my heart, and everything that I've learned from them and through them, which was a lot, I'll pass on to people that I meet in the future and my future kids, and they'll pass it on to the people they meet. So that is going to be their legacy, whatever we take from them and pass it on to others. It was a really good idea for me to go seek counseling, because I was eventually really going to hurt myself. I don't mean to incriminate myself in any way, but I was just doing some really stupid stuff, and I was either gonna get hurt or hurt someone else in the process if I didn't get a reality check. So, one other thing that's important to know is just how fragile life is. And I know everyone says to live each day as if it was your last. which is great and all, but you have to take it one step farther. You have to live each second as if it was your last, because life changes in a second, in a moment. Everything's fine, and then the next moment you're in hell, pretty much. So I'm asking all of you to just cut the bullshit with any family or friends that you may have lost touch with or are having an argument with, because in the end it really doesn't matter, and once they're gone, they're gone. Yeah, they will live in your heart forever, and anything that you did want to say to them or think about them, they know, because they know everything now, but just physically, you'll never have that time back with them. So, while you can, send them an email, call them, send them a letter, smoke signal for all I care, drive to the house as a surprise and just reconnect with them, because you'll definitely regret it your entire life if you don't. And that's the other thing I've done. Absolutely everything that the experts say you're supposed to do in the grieving process, and it still hurts. Like, we told each other everything. That's how close our friendship was, and I have no regrets of what I told her or what I didn't tell her, but I still feel like I missed out on something, and it's really hard. So you just don't want to live with that guilt. So if there is someone that you've been meaning to talk to about something, go talk to them now, because you just never know when you'll see them again. And that's also not to say that every time you say goodbye to a person, you're not gonna see them again, because chances are you probably will. This sort of thing doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes it does. So you have to tell the people that you care about that you care about them while you still can. So, it's just really important to do that. And just also, whatever your religious beliefs are, or non-beliefs are, just also understand that they're in a better place, and it's not your fault that this happened. Sometimes things just happen, kind of like the combination platter of the Forrest Gump when he's talking at Jenny's grave about if he's not sure if everything happens for a reason, or if we're just floating along through life like a feather in the wind. It's probably both, and so you can't take it out on yourself when bad things happen, because they were going to happen whether or not you were involved. So you just can't live with that guilt. So I guess in closing, I would just hope that you guys can get something from this video, or hearing my story, or just whatever, and I hope that you will take the time to tell those people that you care about how much you guys mean to each other. And I just want you all to know that it's okay to let out your emotions, and you need to, because we're all human and we all feel the same emotions. And I know sometimes we just hide them because it's a way to protect ourselves and make us feel better, but I promise you'll feel better if you just say what's on your mind. And I just hope that you enjoy every second of today, and if there's someone that you're meaning to talk to, go talk to them, because you still have that chance. I don't, but you do. So I hope you all have a great day. Brah, I miss you. I love you, and you know I'm always thinking about you. And peace in the East. You all have a great day.